What is going on, you guys? Eric here. Welcome back to another video. As you can see, we finally got Nexus Horizon. Boy, it was a grind. And honestly, I felt very relaxed and happy that I actually got it because when I first of all, I never knew there was a special camo for completing all mastery camos. I never knew there was until basically I think in the first couple months, maybe a month or two in Black Ops 7. It's been revealed that someone has already completed Nexus Horizon. And for those of you who don't know or how to get Nexus Horizon, you not only have to get Singularity, which is the multiplayer camo, but you also have to get Genesis, Infestation, and Apocalypse. You have to get all four of them. It doesn't have to be in order. It doesn't have to be like you have to have every weapon, the mastery camo. It doesn't have to be that way. It has to be at least 30 weapons to finish the mastery camos. Once you do that, you get the mastery camo. And that's how you get Nexus Horizon, if you get Infestation, Singularity, Apocalypse, and Genesis. Now, this grind may not be for anyone. Definitely not for me. I was pulling my hair out a couple times when grinding this camo, but in the end, once I got it, I felt relaxed. I took a huge nap and then continued on playing some Call of Duty. But yeah, take this list for granted. This list isn't a list for everyone. Maybe you think you may want to move a couple mastery camos positions, and whether the easiest or the hardest, totally up to you. This is just my opinion, so you don't have to go off my opinion, but this is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rank them from the easiest, the 1 through 4, meaning the fourth being the easiest and the first being the hardest to grind. Now I'm gonna go into some factors on why I decided to rank these camos in this way. I'm going to decide whether the military camos, the ones that you need in general in order to unlock the special camos, are easy. And of course, we're also going to see whether the special camos are also easy to complete as well, because once you get to the mastery ones, it's just basically all said and done. So other than that, here is my list for the mastery camos, the easiest to hardest to grind. At number 4 position, it is Genesis from Endgame. Now, please do what I'm doing because it's going to help you a lot, especially when you're trying to get your critical kills. Farm some fear. Go to the outskirts of the map. That's where they usually spawn in. And they're normally in groups of like more than 5. So farm some fear for your critical kills. Other than the RPGs and shotguns, and I think the special weapons too, and melees, you just need critical kills, which are basically headshots. Pretty easy. All you got to do is get 250 of them for your military camos. Pretty easy. Special camos, I wouldn't say they're fairly difficult. They're really easy as well. There are 2 or 3 camo special camos that you may struggle with. It's basically the ones that say get 30 kills shortly after sliding, gliding, or wall jumping. Those you're gonna have a hard time completing those because you'll be sliding a lot, gliding a lot, do a lot of things a lot, and sometimes the camo won't even track. So you're gonna have a struggle there, but the special camos are pretty easy. Some of them range for easy stuff like get suppressor kills, get kills while using a 4x zoom in scope, get tac stance kills, hipfire kills, point blank kills. Fairly easy, and you don't have to do too much of them. At most 50 kills at most, basically. For those who have not started on endgame, you're going to start out with the combat rating 1. You're probably wondering what I'm talking about. So as you can see, that number 54 on your bottom of the screen, that is my combat rating. There are 4 zones, but there's 5. But you need to do something special in order to get to the 5th zone. There's 4 zones in Avalon, the map I'm currently in, and each zone has its minimum combat rating requirement in order for you to thrive in that zone. That doesn't mean you can't enter it. That means that you have to have a minimum. You could still enter it, but you're going to have a harder time killing the enemies. Because as you increase your combat rating, you see my damage right there, it's going to increase your damage on your weapon as well. So definitely, if you can, squad up with a couple of friends so they can help you out. Because you'll also complete contracts and activities that can increase your combat rating even more. So definitely maybe squad up. But if you want to do solos, that's totally fine. You can do that too. But yeah, that takes our number 4 spot, Genesis. It's easy, pretty easy. I cannot explain it enough. It's pretty easy. Critical kills, that's all you need. Point blank kills, that's all you need. I just feel like it's not hard. But let's go over to our number 3 spot. Taking a number 3 spot, it is Apocalypse. Surprise, surprise, why did I put Apocalypse to number 3? Well, let's just thank Call of Duty that they added Resurgence Casuals. And thank them, well, I haven't gotten the opportunity to do it, but thank them for putting in loaded Resurgence Casuals, which is meaning more bots, but unfortunately more squads. So Apocalypse is definitely a little more easier. I wouldn't say more easier, but it's easier compared to Infestation and Singularity. The best of all military camos in Warzone do require just kills in general. Nothing else, nothing specific, no headshots, no nothing. The special camos, I believe the snipers, the LMGs, the marksman rifles, the ARs, and the SMGs do require, you know, this almost the same special camos, which are pretty easy. Some of them just need, you know, hey, you just need a headshot, 5 headshots to 5 headshot eliminations to complete that camo, or you need, or the ones that really had me struggling was the ones sliding. Some of them are like while sliding, or some of them shortly after sliding. It's only the SMGs as far as I'm concerned, but majority of them do require headshots. They require kills that you're moving, all kinds of stuff. Apocalypse is definitely an easy camo to go for. Plus, the majority of the fan base, not all the fan base, majority of the fan base are Warzone players. And it's definitely more easier, especially when you go up to loaded Resurgence Casuals. Now, if you're like me, I'm not a Warzone player. I rarely touch Warzone. The only time I actually had to do Warzone was just to complete the camo challenges. Basically it. So definitely Warzone takes our number 3 spot. It is easy, it is simple. It doesn't require too much, to be completely honest, and it is a cool looking camo. I believe they recently updated the design because apparently a lot of people were not a fan. I wouldn't say a fan, but they were complaining about the design, thinking it was just way too dark. For me, it looks fine. When you just like every other mastery camo, whenever you shoot, it does react in a way. So yeah, Apocalypse takes our number 3 spot. Now let's go over to the harder ones. Let's go over to our number 2 spot, which may surprise you. Taking our number 2 spot, it is Infestation. Now, there are many factors going into this why I put this at number 2. A lot of you are surprised that I put this in number 2, but let me ask you this. How many of you guys are actually zombies players? And how many of you guys are actually have the augments maxed out? If you have not touched zombies at all, or you haven't even leveled up any of the augments, you're gonna struggle, especially when you're trying to reach the higher rounds. So another thing we are going to discuss is the military camos. Other than the shotguns, RPGs, melee weapons, and other special weapons, other than those 5 weapon classes, you need critical kills, which are headshots. But you don't need 250 like in endgame. You need 1,000. You need 1,000. Now, bear in mind, this is survival. Survival is the best way to complete these camo challenges, actually. That's all I play with, survival. So please, please, please do survival in order for you to get critical kills. Now, the special camos are fairly easy, really. They're not too complicated. The reason why I put this in number 2 is that it's just way too much time consuming. Especially when you get to the red diamond one. I forgot what it's called, but the red diamond, you need to get 20 consecutive kills without getting hit 5 times. And if you're not as aware as any zombies player is, then you're going to struggle on this challenge. The best way is just basically do it in the beginning of the first couple rounds. And then once you get it, boom, you'll get it. But it is extremely difficult, especially if you do not have any of the augments, especially the perk augments. The perk augments are going to help you a lot completing these camo challenges. So please, 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 if you'd like to do both at the same time, great. If you already have them maxed out, great. Choose whatever you like for your own design or for your own augments. When you max it out, you can have up to 1 major augment and 2 minor augments when you max it out. You could still have 1 minor augment, but you only could have 1 until you max out that augment for a perk, field upgrade, whatever, ammo mod, whatever. So please, please, please try to get working on the augments, which do take a lot of time to grind. So that's why this is the number 2 spot here. It takes a lot of time to grind. You need 1,000 critical kills, which is insane. But in the end, it's definitely worth it. Though you may want to set off a couple hours for one camo to be done, or one gold camo to be done for the zombies mastery. But other than that, if you want to start up with this, if you're an avid zombies player, this definitely is for you. If not, then try to get your augments maxed out, or try to work on it, and then try to equip some augments as soon as possible, because those max augments are definitely going to help you out in the higher rounds. And of course, if you're trying to complete the Easter eggs, it'll help you out there. But let us get over to our number 1 position, and the hardest, emphasis on hardest, camo to grind for. Taking our number 1 spot, it is Singularity. It was hell grinding for this camo. It is hard. I wouldn't say hard, it is difficult. So if you're like me, and if you guys see my gameplay, I don't aim for the head too much. I'm running and gunning. I get 80 plus kills in Nuketown, 50 plus kills in Nuketown. Come to find out, I only got like 4 headshots out of all those kills. It is going to be hard. So please, please, please use attachments that will increase your accuracy. And God forbid there's a couple, opponents just standing around, a couple enemies just standing around doing nothing, and get those headshots from there. It is hard. The military camos, other than the RPG, the melees, the special weapons, and shotguns, and snipers actually, thank God, you need headshots. Snipers, you just need 1-shots, which is good. But it is insane to complete. The special camos, don't even get me started. The military camos were hard enough. The special camos were even harder. For SMGs, some of them are not really hipfire SMGs. So you need hipfire kills for special camos. It is difficult. The special camos, when I just reviewed the special camos, I just felt like a lot of people will struggle with that. And for me, I did struggle with that. It was insane. Especially getting the long shots, because mainly I played Nuketown. I didn't touch any other mode. And come to the point where I just wanted to go to another mode, or just wanted to do snipers only for the sniper rifles. Don't get me started with the mastery camos, the gold, the arc light, the tempest. It's just insane. I hated it. Especially the tempest, where you need bloodthirsties, you need 5 kills without dying 3 times. Come to think that, hey, one more kill, one person ends up killing you on that 4th kill, and you have to start over. It is a headache. It is definitely the hardest to grind for, in my opinion. Now, could this list be accurate? Maybe. Could this list be one of the best lists that you can follow so you can get Nexus Horizon? Sure. And could this list be anyone who just doesn't want to go for Nexus Horizon and you just want to go for the other camos? Maybe you like Singularity better than Nexus Horizon. This list is for you as well. But please do your research. Maybe look up other content creators that maybe post out similar videos like this and kind of compare my list to theirs. So here's my list. 4th being easiest, 1st being hardest. 4th one, Genesis. 3rd, Apocalypse. 2nd, Infestation. And 1 is Singularity. It is absolutely difficult for Singularity, but a lot of players in BL7 are multiplayer players, so they're gonna flock to this mode. But other than that, that's just basically it. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, put them down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for dropping by, and yeah, see you guys next time. Peace out.